Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have discussed how sentences are formed in the present tense. In today's class, we shall talk about the formation of the past tense. That is, how sentences are constructed in the different forms of the past tense. Let us therefore go ahead. The first form of the past tense is simple past tense. Now let me remind you, students, what we exactly mean by the simple past tense. It is used to express any past habit or an action that was completed before the time of speaking. And so far as its structure is concerned, the sentence begins with the subject, and as I have told you earlier, the subject will either be a noun or a pronoun, and it is followed by the second form of the verb. Here V2 refers to the second form of the verb, that is the past form. Let us see some of the examples. Now in positive, as you can see here, the subject is I, which is the first person singular number. It has been followed by the second form of the verb or the past form of the verb. We all know that the three forms of the verb take are take, took and taken. So here we have taken the second form or the past form of the verb followed by the object. Therefore, this is how we construct a sentence in simple past tense. In the first person plural number, it is we took it. Second person singular or plural, it is you took it. Third person plural number, it is they took it. And in case of third person singular number, it is he or she took it. So in all the sentences in simple past tense, we have to use the past form or the second form of the verb. Now let us see how sentences are constructed in negative in simple past tense. In every case, we are going to use did not. And remember, students, after using did not, it will always be followed by the first form of the verb. Here did not indicates the past tense. Look at the sentences, students. I did not take it. We did not take it. You did not take it. They did not take it. Finally, in third person singular number, it is either he or she did not take it. So in every case, we have to remember that did not, which indicates the past tense, is always followed by the first form of the verb. Let us now see how questions are constructed in simple past tense. Here we need to remember that because it is a question, it should begin with the auxiliary verb. Therefore, the auxiliary verb should be in the beginning, followed by the subject, and followed by the first form of the verb. Look at these examples. Did I take it? So the auxiliary verb did will be there in the beginning of the sentence. In case of first person plural number, it will be did we take it? Then did you take it? Then did they take it? And finally in third person singular number, it will be did he or she take it? So we should remember one thing, that it is always the present form to be used with did. Let us see how negative questions are formed. Did I not take it? Did we not take it? Did you not take it? Did they not take it? And finally, did he or she not take it? Let us now discuss the formation of sentences in past continuous tense. Before we move ahead, Let me tell you, students, what we exactly mean by the past continuous tense. It is used to express an action going on at some time in the past. It begins with the subject, followed by the be verbs either was or were, whichever is necessary, followed by the ing form of the verb. Let us have a look at some of the examples. In the positive, it is I was taking it. Now, because it is continuous, every time there will be the ing form of the verb. So, I is here the subject, and we all know that the pronoun I always takes was and not were. Thereafter, the ing form of the verb taking, followed by the object. So, the sentence will be I was taking it. Then, we were taking it. Once again, we all know that we should use were after we. So, we were taking it. Then, you were taking it. They were taking it. And finally, either he or she was taking it. Let us now see how negative sentences are formed. So in every sentence, only not will be added, and the remaining part of the sentence will be the same as the previous ones. So in case of first person singular number, it will be I was not taking it. First person plural number, we were not taking it. Second person singular or plural, you were not taking it. Then they were not taking it. And finally, in third person singular number, it will be either he or she was not taking it. So the subject will be there in the beginning, followed by the auxiliary verbs like was or were, followed by not, because this is a negative sentence. Thereafter, there will be the ing form of the verb, and finally will come the object. Let us now see how questions are formed in past continuous tense. It is once again as the same one, the auxiliary verb either was or were, whichever is necessary, will be there in the beginning of the sentence, because this is a question. It will be followed by the subject, and finally will come the ing form of the verb. Let us have a look at some of the examples. Was I taking it? Were you taking it? Was I taking it? Well, the second one will be were we taking it? It has been misprinted as you. It is the first person plural number. Should be we. Anyway, were we taking it? Then, were you taking it? Then in third person plural number, were they taking it? And finally, in third person singular number, it will be was he or she taking it. Now look at the negative questions. Was I not taking it? Were you not taking it? Once again the same mistake. It should be we. Anyway, now in second person singular or plural, it will be were you not taking it? In third person plural number, it will be were they not taking it? And finally, in third person singular number, it will be was he or she not taking it? Now let us go to the third form of the past tense, that is past perfect tense. Now before we move ahead, let me tell you students once again what we mean by the past perfect tense. It is used to describe an action that was completed before another action took place. In the life classes as well, I have said to you there will be two actions, having taken place in the past. Now the one which has taken place earlier than the other will follow the past perfect tense. And what will be its formation? The subject will be there in the beginning, followed by had in every case, and thereafter will come the third form of the verb. Let us have a look at some of the examples. I had taken it. We had taken it. You had taken it. They had taken it. And finally, in third person singular number, it will be either he or she had taken it. Therefore, in past perfect tense, students, we have to use had in every case. Now, when we construct negative sentences in past perfect tense, it's a matter of adding not only. And what the sentences will be, let us have a look. I had not taken it. We had not taken it. You had not taken it. They had not taken it. And finally, either he or she had not taken it. Now let us see how questions are formed in the past perfect tense. Now once again, students, because these are questions, it should begin with the auxiliary verb. So had should be there in the beginning of each of the sentences. Let us see some examples. Had I taken it? Had we taken it? Had you taken it? Had they taken it? And finally, had he or she taken it? Now in case of negative questions, they will be as same as all these, but the only thing which we have to do is to use not. Let us see. Had I not taken it? Had we not taken it? Had you not taken it? Had they not taken it? And finally, had he or she not taken it? Now let us discuss the fourth and the final form of the past tense, that is the past perfect continuous tense. Now before we go ahead, let me remind you once again what we exactly mean by the past perfect continuous tense. It is used to show an action that was continuing in the past over a certain period of time and also completed in the past. And so far as the formation is concerned, the subject, that is either a noun or a pronoun, will be there in the beginning, followed by had been, and thereafter will come the ing form of the verb. Let us have a look at some of the examples. In the positive, it will be I had been taking it. Now look at the formation, students. It has begun with the first person singular number, followed by had been, followed by the ing form of the verb, and at the end will come the object. Then we had been taking it, you had been taking it, they had been taking it, and finally, in case of third person singular number, it will be either he or she had been taking it. Now how to turn them into negative? Once again, it is the matter of adding not only. I had not been taking it. We had not been taking it. You had not been taking it. They had not been taking it. And finally, in case of third person singular number, it will be either he or she had not been taking it. Therefore, in every case, we have to use had been, and that will be followed by the ing form of the verb. Now let us see how questions are formed in the past perfect continuous tense. Now once again, like all questions, it begins with the auxiliary verb. And the auxiliary verb is here had. So had will be there in the beginning. It will be followed by the subject. Then there will be been. And finally the ing form of the verb. Let us have a look at some of the examples. Had I been taking it? So had is there in the beginning, followed by the subject, followed by been, thereafter the ing form of the verb, and finally the object. Then had we been taking it? Then had you been taking it? Then had they been taking it? And finally in third person singular number, it will be had he or she been taking it. Now in case of negative questions, once again it's a matter of adding not. Let us see. Had I not been taking it? Had we not been taking it? Had you not been taking it? In case of third person plural number, it will be had they not been taking it. And finally, in case of third person singular number, it will be had he or she not been taking it. So here we have understood how sentences in the different forms of the past tense are constructed or formed. You should remember, students, where we are using the auxiliary verbs, where we are using been, where is the subject, which form of the verb should be used for a particular form of the past tense. So in this way, we have to construct sentences in the different forms of the past tense. Hope this will help you a lot. See you all in the next class. Thank you.